What is up, guys? It's Troy at the Full Setup here, back with another review for you. Now, over the next couple of months, you're not going to see as many gaming benchmark reviews from me. Now, there will definitely be lots of gaming benchmarks. I will be reviewing the upcoming GTX 1650. But over the next couple of months, you're going to see quite a lot of sort of accessories, chairs, speakers, audio, all sorts of bits of accessory hardware reviews. And the reason is that I am building a second desk setup. So this is still going to be my primary setup. This is going to be where I'm presenting most of my content. But I'm also actually going to be building a gaming setup at my girlfriend's house. She currently has 2 kids from a previous relationship, so I actually spend more time there than she does here. So I'm not getting as much time to edit content for you, and most importantly, play games for me. So I'm going to be building a really nice desk setup there, very minimalist. I'm going to go for an all white and black build. I don't really want any RGB. It's going to look very nice, and I've got loads of brands on board wanting to send stuff over, so lots of hardware reviews for you. And the first bit of hardware we are going to look at is the keyboard that I've selected. And I would like to thank everyone at Bangood for sending this over. Now, there is a link in the description as well, and it is an affiliate link, so please use it, because if lots of you buy it, I get more stuff. And this is the Xiaomi Yueme mechanical keyboard, I thought, or Xiaomi. I don't know how it's pronounced. Is it Xiaomi or Xiaomi? You know, the cheap mobile phone company, them. And then it's spelled Y-U-E-M-E. So I'm going with Yueme. This is an all-white gaming keyboard. I think it's going to look absolutely fantastic on the desk. So we're going to go for an up and closey in a second. Going to do some typing tests as well, and a little bit of gaming for you. Then I'm going to come back with my pros and cons at the end of the video. So we are going to start by getting the keyboard unboxed and having a little closer look at it. Now, this keyboard does retail for between about £40 to £45. The price does fluctuate quite a bit, and there is a discount code in the description, which means you'll be able to pick this keyboard up for about £35. Although I think that only runs for the next couple of weeks, so I will try and ask them to get an extension on the discount. As you can see, it's pretty basic box, really, just an all white box, a little bit of information on the back, but that's about it really. Now, everything in the box is extremely well packaged. There is a micro USB cable, which is all white as well. Personally, I would have liked to have seen a braided cable, like a white braided cable. But it's good that the cable is removable, because obviously this is white, so it's going to get quite dirty. So here is the keyboard, and I love the look of this keyboard. So we've got an all white front on it, ABS double shot keycaps. The red switches are really quiet. They do feel really nice as well. No information about what switches that these are using, but they do feel very nice. We'll do a typing test in a minute. Over to the rear, we have kickstands. That's going to allow it to sit a little bit higher. It does feel nice to type. And we have the micro USB port over to the left of the keyboard at the rear. Now, my only concern with this keyboard is obviously it's white. There isn't a keycap puller in the back. I've tried to get some of these keys off, and it's come to the point where I don't want to pull them anymore because I'm afraid that I will break them. So I think this has been fixed, that all these keys are fixed down and you can't remove them. With it being a white keyboard, it's going to get extremely dirty. So I think cleaning this keyboard is going to be very difficult, getting all the dust out from underneath. I just find it really weird that you can't take the keys out, so that might be a deal breaker for a lot of you when it comes to this keyboard. Right, let's get it plugged in and we can look at the LED lighting. So I've just dimmed the lights, so we can have a quick little look at the light. So this isn't an RGB keyboard. In order to do the lighting, it's just a white backlit. You just press the FN key, and cycles the brightness. You've got a really nice glow from there as well. Like the build that I'm planning for the girlfriend's house is going to be like an all white and black, sort of no RGB gaming build. And I think this keyboard is going to look absolutely fantastic on the desk. So let's do some typing tests. So this keyboard here, this is my daily driver. This is the Ajaz AK33M, I think it is. And it definitely needs a clean. It's a dirty looking keyboard. But this uses blue switches, and as you can hear, very clicky. Got the click and then they bottom out. See, the enter keys and the spaces do sound very loud, but they are clicky keys, and these are what I like to game on. I like to game on blue. One thing immediately, as you can see, the keyboard is a bit more raised on this one, and that's sort of how I am used to typing now, especially that's how I'm used to gaming. So I do like that this keyboard is a little bit more raised, as you can see here. This one is a lot more flat. So yeah, clicky blues. Over to the reds. Can you hear that? Extremely quiet. There is almost like a tiny click, but they don't really bottom out. Obviously the spacebar and the enters are going to bottle out a little bit, but all in all, the red switches are extremely quiet. So obviously this is going to be very good for things like live streaming, using it in an office. Maybe your partner or housemate doesn't like the noise of the really loud blues, because there is a big difference. You hear that? That's a huge difference. Reds, blues, reds, blues. So I thought we'd do a bit of gaming test then, so I'm just playing a bit of Battlefield 5. And I must say, I'm preferring this to the Strike keyboard, which was also red switches. I think I said in that video, you know, red switches weren't for me. I think a lot of that is because I've been gaming on blues. You know, I've been gaming on blues for so long now. And I think part of this is because it's a 10 keyless keyboard. It's a more compact keyboard. I've got tiny little T-Rex arms, so I do like having my mouse closer to the keyboard. I think that was the only reason for me why the Strike wasn't for me, even though the Strike is a fantastic keyboard. Highly recommend that. Yeah, it does feel nice. For me, it's when I'm hitting stuff like the space bar. It's just have a little switch. Yeah, it's like when I'm hitting stuff like the space bar, but honestly, I think it is just like I said, because, you know, I'm a creature of habit. This is what I gained on, but I like that I like that click. I like that sound when I'm smashing the space bar with my thumb. Just, yeah, it's a very good keyboard, but for me, I'm still going to be blues when it comes to gaming. One thing I was a little bit worried about was how raised the keyboard was, but honestly, it's enough. I would like it to be raised a little bit more. But yeah, definitely not having any issues finding the keys, but I have got quite small hands. I think for someone with bigger hands, this might not be the keyboard for you. I feel like it just needs to be raised an extra few degrees. Anyway, I'm talking, so I can't get any kills. So there was the review then, and I must say I love this keyboard. I think it's going to look absolutely lovely on the desk. So what I'm probably going to have it on is an all black XL gaming surface. I've seen like a black gaming surface with a white surround on it. I'm going for a white desk as well, so this is going to look really, really nice on the desk. And I have thoroughly enjoyed using it, and I'm going to thoroughly enjoy using it as well. The keyboard at my girlfriend's at the moment has got blue switches on it. She doesn't really mind it, but I definitely think a quieter keyboard will be nice as well, especially when she wants to just watch TV or something and I'm sat in the background typing away. Moving over to the pros and cons then. Cons, let's start with cons. The fact that you can't remove the keycaps. Now, I don't know if you can. Maybe you can. Maybe you have to really pull those keys, but this isn't just a review unit that I've been sent that I'm never going to use again. Like, I really want to use this keyboard, so I just don't want to risk pulling those keys off. But I imagine this is going to be very hard to clean as well. Now, her kids aren't going to be allowed to use my PC all the time, but I have been sort of teaching them how to use computers. So I think I'll probably keep the other keyboard that I've got there for the kids, because I don't want their sticky little fingers all over that keyboard. So yeah, it's going to be hard to clean. Other cons as well, like I said, the kickstand, it's perfect for typing. Like, the keyboard is lovely for typing on, but it's not quite what I like for gaming. I like the keyboard to be raised just a little bit more, but gaming was okay on it. Other con as well would probably just be the cable. It's a little bit short, but it is removable. You know, you can buy your own one. I also sort of like the cable to go in the middle. I don't know what it is. I just don't like it at the side. I sort of, just for the way it's going to look on the desk, even just taking photos of it, I just like the cable coming straight out the middle. I would then normally, what I would do is just run the mouse cable under here and then tie it to it, so you just got that one central cable, well, two cables central going down into the desk. Don't really like that it is over to the the left of the keyboard. Pros then, for me, you know, this is the keyboard for me. It's all white, it's going to look perfect on the build. You know me on the channel, as much as I've got lots of RGB hardware now that companies have sent me, you know, I love my white and black PC builds, love my white and black desk setups, I love Stormtroopers, I love the chair, the speakers, you know. That's what I'm into, and that's what I always be into. So this keyboard is definitely for me. The switches do feel really nice. They're lovely to type on. Like I said, and I said in the last video on the Strike gaming keyboard as well, the only reason I'm probably not rating red switches is because I haven't used them for an extensive amount of time. I think by the time I'm using it a lot more regularly at my girlfriend's house, then yeah, I'm going to thoroughly enjoy using this keyboard. But, you know, I just love that blues. I love that sort of, you know, the smashing of it. I love the smashing of the spacebar on the blues. So, yeah, thoroughly rate this keyboard. Use the discount code in the description. I think if you're after an all-white keyboard, you don't want RGB, and you want mechanical switches, this is probably, you know, the best one you can get on a budget. It's relatively cheap, so I would fully recommend the keyboard. So make sure you use that affiliate link in the description below. Anyway, that's it from me today. If you like the video, leave a like. If you dislike the video, leave a dislike. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll be back with lots of new content for the desk very soon.